Hi everybody, I'm Julie Kerr, writer and director of the romantic comedy Geek Loves Punk, and I wanted to talk to you today about giving you tips on dating, tips on how to date women since I'm gay and I date women. Okay, and then I'm just going to give general dating tips in general. I had a friend email me. I have an email list, and she responded to one of my videos or blogs. You know, I love her. She had some stuff to say, but essentially one of my friends, unfortunately, in a nutshell, she was married to a man who's really mean, just mean. And she's bisexual, yeah, that, I told her, I offered her empathy for being married to such a mean man. I had a girlfriend about, it's been a while, but once upon a time I had a girlfriend who did engage in behavior that was hurtful to me. And if I'm being honest, I engaged in behavior that wasn't great either, you know what I'm saying? So, but we did love each other, we cared about each other. We just didn't know how to love each other, like in the ways that we needed. And we were pretty young too, so. But anyway, so let's talk about dating tips. So with that inspired me to want to make this video and give you 3 dating tips on how to date women, actually just how to date in general. And this is basically, so these are, in my opinion, these are 3 essential things you wanna look for when you're dating someone. Okay. So, I know that, don't get me wrong, physical attraction is a thing. You want to be physically attracted to the person you're dating. But let's get a little deep, if you will. Okay, step 1, if you're going to date someone, here we go. Ideally, you want to date somebody who is kind. So, Mr. Rogers, this is Mr. Fred Rogers. He taught that kindness was the best way to go in life, and he's right. So if you date somebody, ideally you want them to engage in behavior that is kind. And what I would say is, kind people, great people, sometimes, yeah, we can get like maybe grumpy or we're sleepy, but sleepy or grumpy. Like Snow White, the dwarfs in Snow White. But yeah, sure, kind people can get grumpy sometimes, that kind of thing. But there's grumpiness, and then there's like abuse. So abuse isn't kind. Love is always kind. There's this great song called "Love Hurts." It's a great song. I just don't necessarily agree with the sentiment. Love doesn't hurt. Spiritual cosmic love is always feels good, like always. So ideally, yeah, if you're gonna date people who are kind and who engage in behavior that is kind. Now, I get what happens in, like, I'm no expert, but what happens in abusive situations, there's usually like in a honeymoon period. There's usually at least a week or 2 or a month where the person is kind. They are kind in one way or another. But then after about a month or so, that's when they start, basically they go from, yeah, if we're going to use action figures. Okay, so at first they're like Princess Leia, who's really cool, maybe after a month, but then later on they're Captain Phasma, and she's evil. Her head bobbles, but she's evil. So you want to date someone who's always like Princess Leia, like all the time. You don't want to date any Captain Phasmas, even though the actress who plays her is very beautiful, but Captain Phasma, the character, is mean. So, so you want to date someone who's like Princess Leia, like all the time, not sometimes. And so yeah, date people who are kind. Okay, step 2, date people who are empathetic, who are prone to empathy. And here's the thing. So if you've had a bad day for whatever reason, I'm going to feel empathy towards you, towards everybody. If I see a little puppy who wants a treat, I'm going to feel empathy for the puppy. So empathy, I feel, should be everyone's go-to emotion. And you can feel empathy and set boundaries. So empathy doesn't mean you're a pushover. Empathy just means that you empathize with people's emotions. You can still, and so you can still set boundaries. Like if you're dating someone like Captain Phasma, easier said than done, but ideally that's not awesome. So try to find the Princess Leias of the world. There's so many Princess Leias. They're everywhere, metaphorically speaking. So if you can, try to mosey on over, try to, focus more on the Princess Leias rather than the Captain Phasmas. Now, again, I'm no expert. So if you right now are dealing with a situation like domestic violence, then you're in my prayers, and definitely, Google hotlines where people do have expertise in those situations, as far as domestic violence, because anyone who engages in domestic violence is, if they're not evil, then they're pretty close to it. Or anyway, so So, but we're talking kind of like regular relationships. So, you want to find people who do, if you have a bad day, you want to date someone who's going to be like, oh my gosh, that sucks that you had a bad day. Empathy should be their go-to emotion. And empathy is vast. I can have empathy towards somebody. If someone stubs their toe, I'm going to have empathy. If someone gets diagnosed, God forbid, with cancer, I'm going to have empathy. So empathy is something you feel all the time for everybody. And so, so when you date people, you want to date women who their go-to emotion is empathy, because it's just going to feel better when you have a tough day. It's going to feel like a fuzzy, warm blanket. That's what empathy feels like. It's cozy. It's nice. And it's mutual. When two people date each other, they're both offering each other empathy, because life's tough for everybody. So, all right, step 2 for dating, empathy. All right, step 3, what I would say is ideally you want to date someone who has tact and good communication skills. So, this is where, what did I do with that? Okay. So there's this book, it's pretty famous by now, it's called Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Coleman, and he also wrote Social Intelligence. So, tact is knowing what to say and knowing when to say it. So, we all put our foot in our mouths. We do it all the time. I do it. We all brain fart, excuse my language, but we do. So, but when we say something stupid, or silly, or even if it comes across mean, immediately, most people, we can be like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean that. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I apologize. Blah, my mouth doesn't work right sometimes. Blah. You can squash it immediately. The minute you say something stupid, if you just address it, squash it immediately, and just fix it, and then give a compliment, then it's actually solved, right? Because problem solved. So tact is knowing what to say and when to say it. But if someone has a lot of tact most of the time, marry that person. I'm just kidding. But seriously, tact, communication skills, these are really important things. Knowing how to communicate your emotions and knowing how to kind of control your emotions. And these are all things you can learn. The way you can learn karate, the way you can learn guitar, the way you can learn writing code for a computer, you can also learn communication skills. So one of the greatest books ever written on communication skills is How to Win Friends and Influence People, and by Dale Carnegie. This book is a classic, but this book is it's about really easy, basic communication skills. Do you want to date someone who's going to say kind things to you, who knows when to say those kind of things to you, who's going to show you empathy, knows when to show you empathy? Yeah, you want to date those kind of women. Those women are the best. So tact and communication skills, those are the people who know when to be kind, know when to be loving, know when to say something sweet. Marry those women. I'm just joking, but seriously. Those are my 3 dating tips if you're going to date women or people in general. Find people who are kind, find people who are empathetic, find people who have tact and good communication skills. And if these are all things that you're still learning how to do, that's okay. We're all on our own journeys. But these are all things you can practice. These are all things you can learn. So I implore you, yes, to the kind of person you want to date, be the kind of person you want to date. So I try to be kind. No. I am kind. I am empathetic. I'm not perfect, but I'm kind. I'm empathetic. I have tact most of the time. If I have an alcoholic drink, sometimes I whatever. I talk too loud. If I have a drink, I talk too loud and I put my foot in my mouth. Not that I'm mean, but you just blurt stuff out because you've had a drink. Okay, anyway, but whoever you want to date, be the kind of person you want to date when it comes to this kind of stuff. Be kind, be empathetic, and have tact and good communication skills. Those are my 3 tips on how to date women and how to just date in general. All right, thank you so much. I'm Julie Kerr, writer and director of the romantic comedy Geek Loves Punk, and yes, I know it's the coronavirus right now, but go have some really awesome, amazing Zoom dates or Google Hangout dates. All right, talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you loved it. I hope you had a great time. If you absolutely loved the video, subscribe to my channel and click the like button and click the bell button and just go bananas. And you can enjoy more awesome videos that I made for you. Okay, now also, if you'd like to experience a really funny, awesome, amazing romantic comedy that's 90 minutes and that makes you think thoughts and stuff, then mosey on over to my website. The link is down below this video. It's www.juliekerrstudios.com, and that's where you can exclusively experience the awesome, the amazing, the fantastic, the funny romantic comedy that I directed called Geek Loves Punk. Also, if you would like to join my email list, that would be super awesome. If you join my email list, you immediately get free access to a PDF worksheet that I created and designed, and you also get a video that helps you learn how to use that worksheet. So, I grew up in an abusive home as a child. As an adult, I'm doing great. I mean, look at me. Anyway, so what I designed was, I really got into personal development, and because I grew up in an abusive home, I used to deal with a lot of sadness. But now I'm doing quite well. So I created a PDF that gives you the 5 daily tips, 5 daily habits that I do every day to feel good every day, to feel love, joy, and kindness every day. So if you join my email list, you immediately get access to the PDF, the Love, Joy, and Kindness PDF, and the video that accompanies with it, that shows you how to use all the habits in the worksheet. So if you join my email list, you can go to my website to join my email list, or see the link below on how to join my email list. And finally, if you'd like to leave a comment below or ask me any questions you might have about filmmaking, personal development, anything in the world, my favorite color, whatever interests you, I'd be happy to answer any questions or comments you have below. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're having the best day, night, week, year ever, and you're awesome. Be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, and be your own best friend. Okay, love y'all, and talk to you later. God bless.